What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Today. I'm Jen Sturger.
Eddie Pence.
We're here. That's all I can say. I have had one of those weeks where you're just like shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, last time I saw you, you were helping me do an audition on tape.
Yeah.
For Young and the Restless.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. But that was last time I saw you. That was like last
I love that
Thursday?
Eddie keeps getting, Eddie keeps getting sent out on these auditions.
Young
and it's always like homeless man.
Dude.
Drug addict.
This was
And it's
titled
like,
Addled Man.
How bad are your headshots,
Addled
dude?
Man.
How bad are your headshots that you're like they look at you
I
and go,
thought they were good headshots.
he seems addled.
I mean, drug addict, we're stretching, right?
I
And
mean,
then
I know.
I squint.
I know I look tired, but do I look drug addled?
But
You
trying
look
to,
adult drug.
I have to try to explain to Eddie. I go, no, that's not. I go, like, there's an acting note where you're like, to act drunk or to act high, it's like you have to like take on like whatever the vibe of the substance is that you're supposed to be on.
Right.
And I'm like, the best way I heard an acting teacher describe it is they're like, it's like thinking through a cloud or like thinking through a fog. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's like a slower reaction and stuff, unless you're on like methamphetamines, which in case, totally different.
Yeah.
What's meth like?
Meth?
It's like thinking jumping out of a plane,
I
I'm
mean,
guessing.
Here's the thing. I've never tried meth, but I'm assuming it's like taking the worst pre-workout of your life.
It's like doubling up on pre-workout on an empty
Yeah.
stomach.
And you're like, oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Okay, here we go.
I was getting caught up on South Park last night and I watched the episode where Randy was like trying to get ChatGPT to help him with his business.
Oh, God.
And he's doing like bumps of ketamine through his nose.
He was trying to become a tech bro
a tech
influencer.
bro, and so he kept like snorting ketamine through his nose and all this. He'd be like totally fine, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh no, I'm in a hole. I'm in a hole." And I was like, I've never been on that drug, but I'm like, I'm like, oh,
See,
it was hilarious. I still understood it.
that's
you
my
know?
issue when I ever have auditions for people that are either drunk or drug addled, because
You
I've
don't know what it
never
feels like
been
it.
either.
Yeah.
So I can try to put myself in places where I felt like out of my head
Mhm.
or dizzy or sick, but I can't do that without, because sometimes you have the tendency to play it, what comedy drunk is or comedy
Yeah,
high,
and you
and
don't
that's
wanna
not
do
what
that.
you
That's
want
not the
because it's not
vibe.
real.
No.
So I always have difficult situations playing when I have to audition for those sort of situations where I'm playing someone who's under the influence of something, just because
Under
I don't
the
have it.
influence and not funny under the
Yeah.
influence, because I'm sure you've seen friends of yours get drunk
Yeah,
and be
I
hilarious.
can play comedy drunk,
Yeah.
but it's to play real drunk is difficult.
Drama drunk is different for
Yes.
sure. It's more troubling.
Anybody can do comedy drunk.
Yeah. That's just silly.
Yeah,
It's so silly
yeah.
and slurring,
Oh,
you know, but it's different when you do it the other way. But yeah, I had one of those weeks where since I saw you, it's been like shot out of a cannon since then, you know. I flew back to Tampa on Wednesday, had dinner with my parents,
Okay.
like literally saw them for 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
put in some family
There
time.
you
I
go.
was just there.
Yeah.
This is my first trip back since Elsa, you know.
That was just
But it was just the beginning of September.
right. That's not
you
that
know?
long ago.
So I feel like as a daughter, like seeing me that quick turnaround, I'm
We're
pretty
good.
good.
We good.
Yeah, we're good till Thanksgiving.
Oh, at
you know?
least.
I put my time in. I've served. But so I said hi to them, you know, and then I drove up to Gainesville.
Okay. How far of a
And-
drive is that from Tampa?
It's like an hour and 45.
Oh, it's not.
It's not terrible,
Yeah.
you know, but I drove up there, stayed the night, and then first thing Thursday morning, their first thing Thursday morning,
Okay.
not my body's
No.
first thing Thursday morning. It's
It's 2 days later for you that
It's
you've
so-
been up.
well, yeah, because the class I was teaching a class on sports media and like ethics and journalism,
Mm-hmm.
and their class started at 9:30 in the morning,
Ooh.
which is my 6:30, which back that up 2 hours is when I had to be up and like to be coherent enough to sit in front of a group of
Right.
people. And I forgot to give myself the memo when I walked out that I was not doing comedy, and I was there under professional circumstances.
Right.
And so I think I was on the platform or on the stage maybe a minute and a half before I said fuck, because it was so early in the morning. And I was
You
like,
said fuck in a classroom?
yeah. Look, you know what?
What did the professor say?
Oh, there was a gasp the first time, and I was like, I'm sorry. I forgot that this is not stand up. I said, you have to understand, my life has taken a completely left-hand turn that I'm very happy about because I get to be more myself. And
Yeah.
that was always the problem that I had when I worked in sports, is that sports took themselves entirely too seriously.
Well, they don't want a personality. They just want people to talk to the athletes, and the athletes are the stars,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's not about...
I don't know if you've been around athletes. Most of them don't have personality.
No, they don't.
And the ones that do are chaotic as fuck.
Yeah.
So I had to issue a quick apology. And then proceed to say, but I'm not going to change anything because it's too early and my filter is still not on. So you're getting the most authentic and real version of me, you know? And I talked to the kids about like everything that I went through, and I covered, you know, I covered the bullet points of the Favre situation.
Yeah.
I was like, but hey, you really would be better off watching the documentary. I think they do a pretty good job of covering what happened to me.
Right.
I said the things that I think that they really missed on is the way institutionally that he was protected and I wasn't. You know what I mean? That's the part that I felt like they glossed over.
Yeah.
And so I covered a lot of that. I kind of talked to them about what it means to be an independent contractor and what it means to
not have a W-2.
Exactly. To not have
and how that hurts.
Healthcare and things like that, you know, and just really stress to them that the job that they are in school for as it stands today may not exist when they're done with school.
Was this a journalism class or what it was?
Journalism, but also just like a sports media class.
Sports media.
You know what I mean? Like sports journalism. And I kind of told them, I said, there are sports journalists, but more often than not, you are if you work
you're
for
a
any of the big,
spokesperson for whatever league you're covering. Yeah.
Spokesperson for the league you're covering, or whatever the vested interests are of the network you're working for. So it's not just like what they want. It's like, well, what do their sponsors want?
Yeah.
Well, what do the people that are giving us money want? And I'm like, at the end of the day, this is all about money.
Yeah. The more America becomes corporate owned,
it's all about
the
money.
more journalists just become mouthpieces for corporations.
Exactly. And I was like, you guys don't understand that. I was like, your generation is our last hope. I said, I spend a lot of time working with a friend of mine's company that is basically doing AI securities. It's basically trying to put safeguards around AI so it doesn't fucking kill us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because AI, you got to treat AI and ChatGPT as like your most unhinged friend that's going to go along with whatever you say and flatter you. And like, it doesn't
practically manipulate you, basically.
It does because it wants you to keep engaging with it.
Yeah. Because it's learning every time you engage with it. Yeah.
Teach me more. Teach me more is what you're doing for this.
It's
like
sucking your
system.
life force.
So I mean, the way I teach the sports media class, it evolves every single time.
Yeah.
Because it's what do the kids want to know versus what have I learned since the last time I sat down and taught it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, where am I in my
Well, as a
journey
teacher, you're
with
always
my
evolving
experience?
anyway.
You're supposed to be.
You're supposed to be.
You know?
Evolving.
My English teacher evolved from an English teacher into a alt-right influencer.
But at least they're evolving or devolving. But they're not staying. They're not stagnant. And that's what life should be, not being stagnant.
You know, but I enjoy teaching that class. And it's one of the things that I said prior to the documentary coming out, this classroom was one of the few places I felt like I could come in and be safe and discuss what actually happened to me and be heard, you know? And I said, part of the reason I think it's been so cathartic for me over the years is because I can come in and be so authentic.
Yeah.
You know, when I would get I get feedback from the kids, you know, like anonymous feedback about the class and whatnot. And a lot of the feedback I got was, I had no idea she was going to be so real and so funny. Yeah. You know?
Because they're getting everything through a filter. They're not getting you.
Well, that's the thing.
They're getting through a social media filter or a TV filter or a sports filter.
Yeah, but I told them, I was like, it'd be very easy for me to come up here and like just give you guys pleasantries and like not be real with you all. And I said, but that's just not how the real world works. And I said, the truth is, a lot of the things that you're going to experience in the industry that are difficult to navigate, classes can't teach you. You know, you literally have to learn it on the fly, like how to deal with unjust social dynamics, you know, and just the way corporate America is. And I just don't think that people really teach you
because it's
that.
college and you're still idealistic in college and you still want to do like, this is what I want to do and I want to do it to the purest form possible. But you get out in the real world, you're like, oh, it's all compromise.
It is.
Everything
It's
is compromise.
all compromise, and not necessarily for the better. But
No, never for the better. Usually,
I haven't gotten my feedback yet. I'm very curious to see what it says this time. So we just had a really, a really honest conversation about it. And there was a huge line of kids that like stuck around after class and like wanted to talk.
I'm
to me
sure
and take
because you've been out
pictures
there, and they're trying to get out there, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're coming back to let us know what it's like out there. Because
Yeah,
in college, I remember being in college and going, when I get out of college, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have this. And like you have all these ideas and ideals that you want to fulfill, and you get out there, and you're like, oh. This is like trying to run in. This is like Tom Hanks trying to build his raft and get off the island.
exactly. And
You just
so
keep getting pushed back.
it was interesting though, because there's always one kid that comes up and is like, "Can you introduce me to so and so?"
Oh yeah, there's always that guy.
And it's like,
I know who you're going to be later on in life.
yeah. Oh, I've run into you.
I know.
I run into you all the time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you just met me and you're asking for something. I haven't seen your work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to vouch for
I
you.
don't know who you are.
But I'm like, the smartest thing for you to do would be to get on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Request me. And then you can see who all my connections are, and you do some of that legwork so that I don't have to.
Yeah.
And if I can make an introduction for you,
Yeah.
fine, but I'm not going to vouch for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've made that mistake where I vouched for someone and it was like they weren't necessarily ready for what I was vouching for them
Right.
for. And man, I
Well,
had to work really hard to get that stamp
There's those
back.
people in life you always run into. Their first thing is network. Like they're just like, how can I use you to get to the next person, to get to the next person, the next person? And it's just like
It's never about real connection.
It's never about connection. It's like, okay, how can you help me move forward?
But people don't realize, like, sometimes the best networking you can have is not based on anything that has to do with work. It
Yeah.
has to do with building that actual connection and them seeing, oh, I like this person
Yeah.
and I want to work with this person. And it's not as instantaneous and it's not as transactional as quote unquote networking,
No.
but that's how real relationships are built when it comes
you
to
want
the
to make an
industry.
impression, so later on that person's like, oh, this person would be perfect for that.
Exactly. So I don't know. It just
Be a great drug-addled homeless person.
it makes me laugh every time I see the breakdown, and I'm just like, man, Eddie
Yeah.
must have been going through it on Headshot.
I
Day, that's what
I
he
thought
was
they were
getting.
good ones, but I guess not.
But man, so after I taught the class,
Yeah,
I went up to Jacksonville to stay with my friend Roger.
sure.
For those of you who may have forgotten, remember the last time I stayed with Roger? What happened? It was last December. I stayed with Roger.
Okay. Oh, is this where his house flooded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I flooded his
Oh,
house.
that's right. You flooded the house.
The toilet flooded the house.
Right.
I did
Wow.
not do anything into the toilet. It was just a faulty toilet where
Right,
the
right.
sensor that tells it to
To
stop
filling up.
filling up
Didn't.
did not do its job.
Yeah.
It
So
was
you
broken.
you ruined his house and left. And now you come back.
Roger?
What's it like?
Roger was super welcoming, and the house
Here's your
survived.
tent in the backyard.
The house survived
Hilarious.
me. But I was like, I'm gonna be on my best behavior
Yeah.
and make sure that like I treat this like a camping expedition where you leave nothing
I'm
behind.
taking out my bags of poop.
Yep, it's very clean. I'm gonna do everything right. Eddie, that's not how it went.
Oh, what did you do?
Eddie, it gets so much worse.
Worse than before?
Okay, Eddie.
Okay.
So
What'd you do?
here's the thing.
yeah.
Roger is single. Roger does not have to like think about sharing his space with a woman or anything
Of course.
like that.
Yeah.
So very different lifestyles, right?
Yeah.
Roger has a dog. He has like 100-pound German Shepherd.
Okay.
It's a beast of a dog.
Okay.
This is a dire wolf, okay? It's a huge shepherd, okay?
Right.
And this shepherd, because it doesn't interact with many women, I guess, was very interested in me.
Okay. Well, you put off a different smell, I would imagine.
Yeah. But like to the dog, it's a very different
Yeah.
smell because it's like, oh,
Oh, hello.
hello. Yeah, exactly. It's just nothing but crotch bumping and stuff like that, right? And I kept trying to correct the dogs. I've done animal rescue for a long time, and I would just correct the dog politely and be like, "Hey, no," you know what I mean?
Right.
No,
Out
no,
of there. Out of there.
we don't say hello like that.
No, we don't.
That'd be fucking weird. I used to tell a bit like that where I was like, "Thank God humans don't greet each other like
Just
that."
jam your nose up someone's
like,
ass.
Oh my God, Jen, it's you. You've changed. But So I was just correcting the dog or whatever. So I go out to like run errands. I have a photo shoot later in the day. This is the following day from teaching the class.
Mm-hmm.
I run out to run some errands and I come back and
Yeah.
I notice that there's toilet paper on the floor of the
no.
bathroom.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, that means the dog got into the trash.
Oh no.
Eddie, yeah, Alex already sees where this is going.
Eddie's face is crazy right now. He's already mad. I can see
I
him
know.
living
So-
the past.
So Eddie, you know from living with a woman
Yeah.
that there's like
Oh,
5
no.
days out of the month.
Yeah. You
Where
don't.
there's-
You don't want to be in that garbage.
There's extra trash.
You do not want to be in that garbage.
No, you don't. But you know who does want to be in that garbage?
Yeah.
A fucking shepherd.
Fucking dogs love that garbage.
Eddie,
Hot.
the dog ate my tampon.
Oh my god.
The dog ate my tampon. And I had to walk out and I had to go, Roger, I don't know for sure.
If there's a string coming out of his butt, don't pull it. Do not pull it.
It's not gonna talk.
He will not say his name.
There's a snake in my boots.
Oh, no. Leave Disney out of this.
I am fucking mortified, Eddie.
Oh my god.
I'm mortified.
Oh my god.
And I was like, Roger, I
oh my
think
god.
the dog's name's Ashley. I was like, I think Ashley got into the garbage and ate some property of mine, some discarded property of mine. And he goes, well, what is it? I go, well, the problem is said property, when it gets inside something that's moist, will expand.
Absorbs.
It expands and might get stuck. So we should probably take her to the hospital, like now.
You're never staying with Roger again.
So, he won't answer my text. So Roger takes the dog to the emergency hospital because I've got to get ready for my shoot. And I was like, please just let me know what this costs. So they take her to the hospital. They induce vomiting.
Yeah.
And do you know how they induce vomiting?
No.
They use eye drops of some sort that cause the dog to
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like a topical thing that like
Right.
I thought it would be like Epicac.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
where when you give somebody who's swallowed something poisonous,
Yeah, makes them.
vomit.
Yeah.
But I guess they can't do that with animals. So they do it through the eyes.
Weird.
And so it's like these drops that they put in.
Weird.
So they induce vomiting and they're like, good news, we got everything back. Because apparently it wasn't just she sampled a lot of things.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And so there was like the wrap. She ate everything. She ate the wrapper. She ate the applicator. She ate the actual
Oh,
thing. You know, she ate everything.
Yeah.
Little something of everything. And so they're like, we got it all back. We think she's good. Luckily, it wasn't that expensive, but I told Roger, I was like, please let me cover this. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, Jen, accidents happen. And I was like, I know, but they seem to happen a lot when I'm around. And at this point, I think if I ever stay with you again, I have to sage myself before I walk into your home. Because either I'm haunted
Right.
or this place is haunted. And like,
Your vibes don't link up.
we don't get along. You know
Did
what I
you
mean?
not shut the door? Were you supposed to shut the door?
Dude, I was shutting it every single time because I have had animals and I
Right.
know that some dogs like to do that.
Yeah.
I've had female dogs do it
Yeah.
before. It's never a male dog. It's always female dogs. And I guess like in my stupor of like the time change, I forgot to close it once. All it took is one time and that dog was in there.
Oh.
Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. And I'm sure Roger was furious at me and just like, I mean, the dog's fine, you know, but when we picked the dog up,
Yeah.
they were like, whatever you do, don't pet the dog's head because we put those eye drops
Right.
in.
What did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do, Jen? What did you do?
Did you pet the dog's head?
Well, yeah.
Oh my god. You have an animal, don't you?
I pet the dog's head by accident because the dog was just so sad looking.
Right.
Because it had been at the hospital all
Yeah.
day and I forgot in a moment. I was trying to get around. This dog it followed me around the house. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because as far as it knows, I bought some fun treats. So the dog kept following me around,
Yeah.
being like, you know, you might be dying, right? You smell like you're dying. But I don't smell like that, guys. So that is disgusting. But to the dog. The dog's just like, new smells, new person.
Yeah.
And so like 100-pound dog would just like get stuck in your way.
Yeah.
Cause like I realized I was like, oh, I can't have a big dog. Like I had Franklin, you know, that I
dude.
lost in the divorce.
Yeah.
And Franklin was a sweet dog.
But just
a horse.
it was a horse in your house.
It was 110 pounds.
It was a horse in your house.
Yeah. And just would gallop at you with no brakes on hardwood floor. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I didn't realize, oh, it's kind of like having a dog that size is like putting up random baby gates throughout your house, because the dog will be wherever you want to go. It will be blocking that doorway and you will have to get through.
You have to try to move it.
And the only way to move, and I went to go move the dog and I pat its head to like be like, hey, I'm not trying to be a dick, but get out of my way.
Right.
And I pat its head and I was like, oh no. And when I was like, I've got to get this shit off my hands, because if it absorbs through my skin, I'm going to be shitting and vomiting my brains out. I was like, I cannot have this kind of night. I have to drive to Tallahassee.
I have to look sexy.
Well, no, that would have helped, honestly. But yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to stay with Roger again.
Yeah, I think you're done.
Sucks, man.
I mean, third time's the charm, but fuck, I don't want to see what that charm is.
Dude, that was just,
His house might blow up.
It was.
You may blow up his house next time.
It's just me standing out in front of the lawn like that little meme with the girl looking over her shoulder with the house on fire. Oh man.
Ugh.
But it just got me thinking. I was like, women just have to deal with like so much more mess than men have to deal with.
Yeah, you guys
like,
have a lot of accessories
in our existence.
Yeah.
But it's not just like accessories. Like being a woman is inherently messy.
Yeah, there's just extra.
And it
with
sucks.
women, there's just extra.
And it sucks because like we have to put on this presentation to the outside world that like we have it all together and that this mess is not occurring. You know what I mean? And I say all this because like
it's a lot of don't look behind the curtain.
It really is
when it comes to women.
And the problem is like when you start sharing your space with somebody and like or you share your space with anybody else, I feel like they get to peek behind that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, and as a perfectionist, like an outward perfectionist, like that's very tough for me.
Well, that's the barrier you have to get through when you're in a relationship with someone. It's like, oh, this is me when no one's looking.
Yeah.
And you have to see it now.
I feel like I do a really good job of, I think I'm a tidy person.
Yeah. Your house is tidy.
For the most part. I'm a pretty tidy person. And if my house is not tidy, you need to do a wellness check on me. Because it means I'm not well enough to keep up with what's going on around me, and I'm too dysregulated.
Right. I mean, there's always a pile of something.
Like I shut down.
There's always a pile of something in your house, but that's like a to-do pile for later.
Yes.
The rest of the house is clean except for this one area where
one pile.
There's one pile somewhere.
If you have a pile in your house, that's literally a pile of shit, and it's not even big. Sometimes it's just like in a corner in your kitchen or whatever. There's like a pile of shit that's like, my brain has not decided what categories any of this goes in. So this is to be filed. It's like a go back rack when you work in a clothing store.
Yeah.
We'll figure out where this goes.
We'll hang this shit up later.
Yeah. But right now, my brain doesn't know what to do with it.
I'm going to lunch.
So yeah, I feel like Watch Judy and I had not a fight. I wouldn't say a fight, but like definitely an instance where he said some stuff that like a big trigger word for me is messy. I hate being called messy. And
does he know that?
Yeah.
Now?
Oh, he definitely doesn't. No, but he knew to begin with because like, look, I think where a lot of people run into problems is when you move in with someone and you do get to see the other person's mess and you get to see, you know, how they handle things and how they organize things and just how like what their brain prioritizes in terms of what makes something clean, what makes something dirty or messy.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm a big surface clean person. I don't like germs. You know what I mean? Like I don't like when things are dirty.
Right.
But messy to me is just like, not everything is in its place.
Cluttered and dirty are two different things.
Yes.
Yeah. Or messy and
like
dirty are two different things.
Dirty is a way bigger problem.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
hygiene issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dirty is a way bigger issue to me. So this morning, Watch Judy was like, well, first of all, look, I am saying this because I recognize I don't feel like I have a ton of animals, but I have enough animals.
Yeah.
I have enough
You
animals.
have less animals than you did before.
Yes.
Yes.
But I'm at my threshold for animals.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can't take on any more animals in the space that I currently live in.
Mhm.
If I had property, that'd be a different story.
Yeah.
You know? But for a single person,
Mm-hmm.
an unmarried woman,
Yeah.
I am at my threshold of
Dog, 3 cats?
two and 3/4.
2 and 3.
2 3/4 cats. Puck's not a full cat.
Not anymore.
No. He's the Captain Ron of cats. Okay. I thought about getting Puck a glass eye. My cat Puck lost his eye in a cancer issue he had a couple years ago. Honestly, that was the beginning. I mean, that was the nail in the coffin, I think, with my marriage, was
Yeah, I
how
remember that.
my ex-husband and his family chose to respond to Puck getting sick. They were basically like, just let him die. And I was like, that's not
Yeah.
okay. And especially because like we had pet insurance and like it just
Yeah, I remember that moment.
yeah, it was not good. We had pet insurance,
Yeah.
but he had let the pet insurance lapse. So it became a much more expensive problem
Yeah, it
than
went
it
from
should
a
have
few
been.
$100s to
To 10,000.
several thousand.
Yeah, 10,000.
Yeah.
Let's be real. All in. And it was all because of his carelessness, you
Yeah.
know, of just not re-upping his insurance. But I digress. So look, having animals means inherently I'm picking up messes that I did not make.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Pets are messy.
pets are messy by nature, but like they can't fucking help you clean up their mess.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I think
I mean,
pets-
they'll eat it, but you don't want that happening.
They'll eat it, but like, or cats will cover it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like animals deal with their own mess. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like they try to.
They want a
but-
clean space too.
yeah,
They
but-
don't like living in filth.
but they don't have fucking hands.
No.
You know? So they can't be like, oh sorry, mom, I'll
Right.
get this. You know? It's like, you know, when Kevin throws up, like he looks at me like, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, you have to clean this shit
I'm
up.
so sorry. I had too much last night. You know what I mean? Like he looks
I mean, I'll eat it.
Kevin's thrown up on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Twice.
Yeah.
One time during a show.
We gotta find the footage of that.
I know.
It's so funny. But it's just the nature of having pets and having that connection. And I think that to me, the trade-off of the mess is worth the connection of owning animals.
Yeah.
You know?
Does Watch Duty have pets?
Watch Duty doesn't have pets.
Ah, okay.
And so he doesn't have pets. He just has to do with himself. And he's really only lived with
Well,
himself for a long
Non-pet
time.
people and pet people. There's a crossover. It takes a minute there for the non-pet people to live with the pet people.
Yeah.
Or to exist with the pet people because it's different.
Yeah, it's different. And the one thing that I will give him is that when we first got together, he acknowledged, he goes, I see how much work having animals is for you. And like you have a lot of responsibility and you handle it with a lot of grace.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's really impressive, you know? But there is like that weird time where like if you've never had a pet and the person you are with, like the person you're with has pets.
Yeah.
There's definitely either a learning curve or where you go, this isn't working or this isn't going to work because animals are a part of inherently who I am.
Right. And as pet owners, both of us are, we forget how much work sometimes having a pet is. We don't, because it's just part of life. It's just part of like, this is what I do because I have a pet. Like I remember when we went after Buster passed and we went like 2.5, 3 years without a dog. I've never gone any amount of time without a pet in my entire life. Yeah. And that was 2.5 years without a pet.
God, it was that long.
It was 2018 to 2021. It's 3 years.
Damn.
And then we got Stanley and I was like, oh, fuck.
It's a lot of work.
I forgot how much.
And you got a puppy.
Got a puppy, which was
hard.
a nightmare.
Which is hard.
But even then, like, it was like, this is a lot of fucking work. And then once you get back into it, 8 months, 9 months into it, you're like, oh, okay, now it's part of my life.
Adjustment.
Yeah, you just don't realize it anymore.
Yeah, but for me, like animals are inherently a part of my life.
Yeah.
And but I really took it personally so for instance, like if someone's like integrating into your life,
Yeah.
how much should you expect for them to pitch in or help or whatever the word is? You know what I mean? Like, for instance,
Take some partial responsibility.
yeah, Yeah, because look, my dog loves him.
Yeah.
My dog loves him.
Yeah.
And my animals love him. Even the cats that are like usually very dodgy around people.
Yeah.
One of them is very dodgy around people, is very like loves him.
Yeah.
Like he's got a good aura. He's a good he's a good person.
No, he's got good energy.
Yeah, and they love him and they recognize that. However, it's like part of getting that connection from them is also being like, okay, but I have to understand that connection comes with mess.
Yeah. Well,
You
it's
know?
the same. I mean, not to the same degree, because I'm never comparing children to animals, but when you're with someone who has pets and they don't, it's the same thing as having someone who has kids and they don't. When you come to their life, that's a new responsibility and it's part of that person's life that you have to integrate into your
When
life.
you get in their car, you go,
or
oh,
those
fuck.
lives can't
I
integrate.
didn't realize it was a goldfish scented car.
Yes,
You know what I
I
mean?
didn't-
Like I didn't realize, like, let me brush off these animal crackers so that I can sit here. And it's just like, it's just a fucking part of life.
But if those two, if you can't integrate with that part of life, then you can't integrate with that person, because that's who they are. That's part of their life. So that's just,
So like, it was a while before. I've had guys that I've dated that with Kevin or whatever, they would walk Kevin, but they let Kevin kind of control the walk, which you should never do.
No, not that dog.
Not Kevin.
No.
Because Kevin is the kind of dog, God bless him, that when he sees other dogs, he's like, hey, fuck you. And the thing is he loves other dogs.
Yeah, same Stanley, same way.
But he's got to assert himself.
Stanley's the same way.
It's that little dog mentality.
Yeah, if they're hanging out, they're best friends. But if I see a dog, I'm gonna fucking kill you. That's Stanley.
Yeah. Because you're over there and you're not acknowledging me. How dare you not acknowledge? It's that little like, little
don't go near my apartment building. That's mine.
That little Napoleon syndrome in them, you know.
Yeah.
But so they would let Kevin control the walk. And the other thing is like they were really weird about picking up his poop. And it's like, dude, you're not physically touching it with your bare hands.
It's a bag. There's a bag involved.
If anything, when it gets cold, nice hand warmer. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I know that there's an adjustment, but it's just the idea.
Has he ever had pets? Did he grow up with pets?
I don't think so.
That's a huge adjustment.
I think he might have had a dog for a little while, but even when you have a dog as a kid, it's not the same as having a dog as an adult. Because when you have it as a kid, the parents fucking handle it.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like Colton's older, which is a little bit different. But when Colton was younger, like he's not
he's not
caring
at all.
for the animal. The animal is just like a brother of his.
Right.
You know?
There's no responsibility. Like Tracy never had pets growing up. And then when she moved in with me, we got Buster. And she never had a dog before. And so she went like, when we first got Buster, she's like, okay, he can't sleep on the bed. He can't be on the couch. Like she laid out all these fucking ground rules. And I'm like, oh, you've never had a pet before.
Yeah.
And like 3 weeks in, he's in our bed. He's on the couch. And she's fine with it. She adapted very quickly to having a pet.
She's like, well, this is what he wanted.
Yeah. So, but it's like, but those non-pet people have those things. And they're like, well, that's an animal. That's it's a separate thing. It's not it's not part of the family. I'm like, no, it's fucking part of the family.
But I don't know. Like I've seen this with men where, and it's the same thing where it's the same thing that I had with like the thing with at Roger's house with the mess, right? And it's like, it's the same people that are like, oh, periods are gross.
Yeah.
It's the same people that are like, oh, periods are gross. And it's like, yeah, but if you want to be with a woman, guess what?
That's part of it.
We got him.
That's part of it.
We got him. We didn't make the choice to have them.
Yeah. It's the same thing with having a baby. Like, oh, fucking babies are gross.
Right?
They're shitty. They're snotty.
Yes.
But you want to have a baby, you got to deal with that stuff.
Yes, until it can take care of itself.
But the thing is, you don't realize how full those things make your life until you're already in it. Like having a girlfriend or a wife or a baby or a dog, like that completes your life. As messy as it is, it completes your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She puts up with your Star Wars
She puts up with my
figurines,
shit constantly.
and you get the connection of having happy anniversary, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
What is it, like
21.
Jeez.
21 years. Last week, 2 weeks ago.
But it probably has flown by. It's probably flown
Dude,
by.
fucking blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Blink of an eye.
But anyways, happy anniversary, Eddie.
Thank
I
you.
say all of us. I'm sure you and Tracy have spent 21 years putting up with each other's mess.
Yeah. It's been a lot of give and take, and she's been way more patient with me. I mean, because I'm a fucking mess
No.
of a human being. So
No,
she's
just addled.
very drug addled. At least that's what my headshots say.
Is it time, Eddie?
It's that time.
Let's do it. It's the bumper, Alex.
There it is. We're going to play Florida Man Friday. I read Jen Sturger 3 Florida Man headlines, 2 real, 1 fake. She tells me what the fake Florida Man headline is.
I'm ready.
And Alex is
I
going to
just
play
re-up
along.
my Florida-ness.
You did.
I've had way too much Florida in the last
You should
month and
ace
a half.
this test.
Well, Mark is either lying to me, but he says we're in the lead.
I think maybe 2-1. No,
Because last week
you won last week.
I won last week, and then Mark lost.
That makes more sense.
Well, we both lost.
Okay.
Remember?
Oh, maybe that's why he thinks we're in the lead.
Yeah, I think
He
Mark's
doesn't
bad.
count
I
ties.
think Mark's bad at math. It's not a tie if we both lose, Alex. We both fucking lost.
You both lost.
Oh,
Yeah.
Those are loses.
I think he counts it as a win.
No, it's not.
It's a push. All right, here we go. Florida man broke into random house, ran bath, cooked dinner to avoid going home to angry wife.
Every day.
Jesus.
That's LA.
Wow. Florida man drives into golf course pond, claims he was searching for lost AirPods. Florida man hides in tanning bed naked after trying to set gym on fire at closing time.
Okay.
Two
So
of
the
those-
first one
two of
was
those-
what?
First one was Florida man broke into random house, ran bath, cooked dinner to avoid going home to angry wife.
I think that definitely happened.
Okay. Florida man
The second one was
dives into golf course pond, claims he was searching for lost AirPods.
okay. And the third one.
Florida man hides in tanning bed naked after trying to set gym on
Damn,
fire at
these are
closing
good.
time.
These are
I'm
good.
going tanning bed.
You're going tanning bed as the
Yeah.
fake one?
Why would he set it on fire and then want
Then hide naked in the tanning bed?
That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Alex might be on to this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what you think.
I think I have to go with Alex on this
You
one.
guys are both going number 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're both wrong.
What?
We
Yeah.
both win. There it is.
Florida man dives into golf course pond, claims he was searching for AirPods.
Oh,
Is the fake
you know,
Florida man headline.
They play golf in Florida?
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
little bit.
But I don't know. Look, if your AirPods even like touch mist, they're dead.
They're fucking toast.
They're
man.
dead. I've made that mistake.
Yeah.
I've accidentally been doing like my makeup or brushing my teeth with my AirPods in, and one fell out,
Oh,
and it was fucking done.
toast.
It was done. Because it's like they put these little sensors in there that are like, oh, did you get us a little wet?
Oh,
Sorry.
we're done.
Your
Buy-
warranty's fucked.
You have to
Bye.
buy new ones now.
Exactly. Go enjoy throwing away $300.
This is how Apple survives.
Anyways, Eddie, where
Built-in
can people find
obsolescence.
you?
What's that?
Where can people find you?
You find me at Eddie Pence on all the socials or eddiepence.com. Remember to give us a 5-star rating, positive text review on the podcast, subscribe and like our YouTube channel, watch the YouTube
And our
videos,
Patreon.
and subscribe to the Patreon channel, patreon.com. Not today with Jenn and Eddie.
Ooh. I just
What?
remembered. Oh, well, I know we owe them the Carmen Electra story,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we'll tell that. But man, I have a story for you from the football game from
Oh.
the Florida State. We didn't even touch the Florida
No,
State game,
we can do that next
but
week.
we'll do that next week. We'll talk about Florida State
But
game.
Carmen Electra now in the
Carmen
special
Electra
episode?
in the special episode. And I ran into an arch nemesis of Eddie's.
What?
Oh yeah, at the football game. And
Oh.
it got interesting.
Really?
Yes. I think I may have a really great bit for the show.
All
and
right.
if not, just for you to get a little payback.
All right.
All right, guys, check us out on the Patreon. We love you. And thanks for tuning into another episode of Not Today.
Bye.
Bye.